Hello, my beautiful Aquarius, and welcome to your August 2026 horoscope. This forecast is for Aquarius Sun and especially Aquarius Rising. August is a very important month for you because we have two eclipses. On August 12th, we have a solar eclipse in Leo, and on August 28th, we have a lunar eclipse in Pisces. So we are in an eclipse corridor from August 12th to August 28th. During this time, life can feel more intense, emotional, faded, and sometimes unpredictable. Important things may begin. Other things may come to an end. Try not to force major decisions too quickly during this eclipse corridor. If something is urgent, of course you will handle it, but if you can, wait, observe, think carefully, and allow the bigger picture to become clearer. Aquarius, the first big shift of the month is Venus entering Libra on August 7th. For you, this happens in your ninth house, and Venus is the planet of love, beauty, harmony, comfort, pleasure, and also money. For some Aquarius, this can bring a pleasant trip, vacation, or travel opportunity. You may go somewhere very beautiful, meet someone from another culture or another country, or enjoy time in another place far away from you. For others, this can bring good news connected with immigration, residence, passports, visas, or international documents. Venus in the ninth house can also help with your education. You may enjoy studying more, register for a course, pass an exam, receive good news from university, for example, or connect with a teacher or mentor who inspires you. This is also a very beautiful transit for publishing, teaching, speaking, writing, your social media, and sharing your ideas with wider audience. For some Aquarius, you may receive attention, popularity, or support through something you create and share. And because Venus can also bring love, this transit can be romantic in a very special way. You may meet someone while traveling, for example, or online, through education or through a foreign connection. Or you may simply feel more open-minded, inspired, and hopeful. Overall, Venus in your ninth house is a lovely transit for expansion, joy, learning, and seeing new possibilities. On August 10th, Mercury enters Leo and moves into your seventh house. Mercury brings messages, conversations, paperwork, ideas, planning, a lot of documents and movement. So after August 10th, you may become much more focused on relationships and one-on-one connections. You may receive news from a partner, a spouse, a client, a business partner, or someone important in your life. There may be a lot of conversations, decisions, meetings, negotiations, or a need to discuss the future of a relationship. For someone, this can bring a contract, agreement, proposal, or important discussion with your partner. You may be signing papers, speaking with a lawyer, negotiating a deal, or talking seriously about commitment. If you are single, Mercury in your seventh house can bring more communication with new people for you. You may meet someone interesting, start talking to someone new, or have a meaningful conversation that opens a door. This is also a good time to listen carefully. The seventh house is the house of the other person. So Mercury here asks you to pay attention to what others are saying, what they want, what is being negotiated between you. August 12th is one of the most important days of the month. We have a new moon in Leo and a solar eclipse in Leo. For you Aquarius, this happens in your seventh house. This is a very powerful new beginning connected with relationships, maybe marriage, partnerships, and one-on-one connections. A solar eclipse can open a new life cycle. And because this eclipse happens in your relationship house, many Aquarius may begin a new relationship chapter. This may not happen all in one day. Eclipse energy can unfold over weeks and even months. And this particular theme may develop over the next 18 months. For some Aquariuses, this eclipse can bring a new relationship. You may meet someone very important, start dating, for example, enter a serious relationship, get engaged, or even marry. For others, this can bring a new chapter in an existing relationship, like a relationship may deepen, become more official, or move into a new stage. For some Aquariuses, this eclipse can also bring a contract, business partnership, or important agreement. You may begin working with someone in a new way. A client relationship may shift. A collaboration may begin, or some deal may be signed. And for some, this eclipse can bring a turning point in a current relationship. If a relationship is weak, unclear, or no longer right, this eclipse may show you the truth. Something may begin, something may end, something may change the form. This eclipse says, Aquarius, relationships are becoming a major theme for you. The next 18 months may bring important developments in love, partnership, and the way you connect with other people. On the same day, August 12th, Mars enters Cancer and moves into your 6th house. This is a very active transit. Mars in the 6th house brings energy, action, drive, and a desire to handle practical matters. So, from August 12th, you may feel busier, more active, and more ready to take care of your responsibilities. This can be a very productive time for work. You may have more tasks, more pressure, more deadlines, or more things to manage. You may need to solve problems more quickly, organize your schedule, or deal with a work situation directly. Mars in the 6th house can also bring motivation around your health and your routines. You may want to exercise more, for example, eat better, change your habits, start a new routine, or take better care of your body. But Mars can also bring stress, irritation, or overwork. So be careful not to take on too much at once. Try not to let work tension build up in your body. If handled well, this transit is excellent for getting things done. Mars in the 6th house says, Aquarius, now is the time to act, not just think. On August 24th, the Sun enters Virgo and moves into your 8th house. The 8th house is a deep and powerful house. For some Aquariuses, this can bring financial matters connected with other people. You may deal with a bank, insurance, taxes, debt, a loan, benefits, some investment or money shared with a partner or family member. This can also be a time of deeper emotional closeness. You may feel more open in intimacy, or you may need to deal with trust, vulnerability, and emotional honesty. The 8th house is also about endings and rebirth. So this transit can help you release something old and step into a more powerful version of yourself. You may become more aware of what is hidden, what needs to be healed, and what needs to be transformed. This can be a very intense but also very healing period. On August 26th, Mercury also enters Virgo and joins the Sun in your 8th house. For you, Aquarius, this can bring important financial news, documents, conversations, or decisions. You may need to deal with taxes, bills, loans, insurance, any kind of contract, or money shared with someone else. This is a good time to read the details very carefully, especially if you are signing papers or discussing financial agreements. Mercury in the 8th house can also bring conversations that go deeper than usual. You may talk about trust, intimacy, fears, secrets, healing, or something that has been emotionally sensitive. This can be a very useful transit for research, investigation, planning, and understanding what is really going on beneath the surface. If something has been unclear, Mercury here can help you see the truth more clearly. On August 28th, we have the second eclipse of the month. This is a lunar eclipse and full moon in Pisces. For you, Aquarius, this happens in your second house. This is a very important completion point connected with your money, income, self-worth, and material security. A lunar eclipse often brings completion, revelation, culmination, or emotional release. So, around this date, something connected with the second house may reach a turning point. For some Aquariuses, this can bring a change in income. You may change jobs, for example, receive a raise, lose a source of income, get a new client, or shift the way you earn money. For others, this can bring an important financial decision. You may pay off a debt, for example, receive a payment, close a financial chapter, or start handling money in a new way. The second house is also about self-worth. So this eclipse may ask you to look at how you value yourself. This eclipse may help you see your worth more clearly. It may also show you what you need to release in order to create more stability. For some Aquariuses, this can be a turning point in how you earn money, spend them, save, or protect your resources. And because this is a lunar eclipse, it may bring emotional clarity around money and security. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful Aquarius. August is a powerful and fated month for you. Venus brings beauty, travel, and inspiration into your ninth house. The solar eclipse opens a major new chapter in relationships, marriage, and partnerships. Mars enters your sixth house and brings energy to work, routines, and your health. And the lunar eclipse in Pisces brings completion or an important turning point connected with your money, your income, and self-worth. If this video was helpful, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. I'm sending you so much love, light, and beautiful, beautiful blessings. Have a magical August, Aquarius. Bye-bye.